Hello, YouTube. How are you? My name is Mike. Thanks for joining me today. And also, thank you to the near 1,300 subscribers. I really appreciate you hitting that button. Last video, I asked for 50 likes, and at the time of this recording, I'm at 49. So I think we're going to get there. Appreciate that. Let's keep that going. Today, I want to talk about a brand new fund. It came out only a couple hours ago, and by the Yieldmax team here. It is PLTY. So we're going to discuss this. This is a play on Palantir, and it's going to be very similar strategies to what we're so used to with all of the other funds so far, like from Misty and Nvidia, Tesla, Coney, AMZ. Very similar strategy with a little bit of a twist. So we're going to go over that. I also want to discuss Palantir, the company itself. We'll go over kind of what the bulls and the bears are saying about that company, and we'll also discuss the price of Palantir, how it's done over the last 6 months and 1 year, and the last month here as well. So that's what we're going to go over today. So I want to make Palantir, not just Palantir. I guess I should say PLTY or PLTY. Something that I want to cover going forward. For me, I've been paying attention to Palantir. I don't know if it was necessarily one of those meme stocks, but it definitely was spoken about around the same time as those meme stocks. But it's a real company. They're doing pretty incredible things, and we're going to discuss that today. So, like I said, brand new fund just came out this morning. I'll lower my head down here for you. And yeah, there it is. It's on Yieldmax's website. Let's go up to our ETFs. It's down at the bottom of the list if you're looking to find it. I'll link Yieldmax's website if you're new to Yieldmax and you're looking to get into somebody else doing your options for you and you receive a distribution because of it. Not a bad play at all, but this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just some guy on YouTube. Never trust people on YouTube to make your money decisions. It's just a bad idea. So let's take a look at PLTY. I'm calling it PLTY. All right. That's what I'm calling it. You call it whatever you want, but it doesn't have a distribution rate because literally this is a brand new baby. It's learning how to crawl. Actually, it's learning how to roll on its tummy first, and then it's going to learn to crawl, walk, and run. But brand new fund here. So let's take a look. There's some really good information on Yieldmax's website that I've discovered here. I really love that it says net assets $50. It does have more than that, but there's a share outstanding, one share. It's going to be definitely more than that, but that's just what they started at. And that's actually one of my first points. So Jay at Yieldmax had mentioned that they're going to all new funds that come out are going to be starting at $50. And so PLTY or PLTY has started at $50. We'll take a look at the price officially on the market here shortly. But yeah, so to get into PLTY, you're going to have to spend to buy one share, minimum 50 today, but it's going to be a little bit more or less depending on how the market's doing today and how Palantir, the underlying, is doing. So we'll kind of scroll through all of the stuff here and we'll take a look at the holdings. All right. So they do have cash, net assets, $2.5 million in cash. We have here a synthetic option for December the 24th, the day before Christmas. And that synthetic option is at $39. And I'll put an arrow next to it for the editing purposes so you can see that. But I'm I'm a huge fan of this one compared to like Coney and Tesla and Nvidia. Very simple, straightforward to look at here. It looks like we have an option closing on October 24th. So how many weeks away is that? That is 2 weeks for $40 there. So $40.50. And yeah, so 635 is pretty straightforward, right? So they're hoping that Palantir doesn't go above $40. And if it does, then they're going to have to pay to close that option. But if Palantir is under $40 come October 24th, then we're going to make straight profit on that option that they just opened. So that's good news for sure. I also took a look to see when I looked at the news here that was on Yieldmax's website. Again, I'll show you where I found that if you're ever curious, you want to look for yourself. Right up at the top here, there's the news button, and the very first thing in the news was the good news about Palantir going to be part of the. Well, I shouldn't say Palantir is going to be part of the Yieldmax family, but Yieldmax will be trading options with Palantir, right? So PLTY. So it came out today, announced the launch today of the following ETF, Yieldmax Palantir Option Income Strategy. So PLTY seeks to generate current income by pursuing options-based strategy on Palantir technologies. PLTY is actively managed by Ziga Financial. PLTY does not invest directly in Palantir. So if you are new, they are not buying shares of that company. Uh, they're completing synthetic options. So they're just doing synthetic options, calls on the company, looking to generate income for the shareholders of PLTY. So this is the newest member of the Yieldmax ETF family, and like all Yieldmax ETFs, aim to deliver current income to investors with respect to distributions. PLTY will be in Group B. So that's really good to know. Group B is where I'm the most heavily weighted. I have Nvidia, which is in Group B. And so Group B is set to pay out this week, but because PLTY or the PLTY is so brand new, it won't be paying out until November the 6th, which is going to be next month's payout. Sorry, that's going to be when the distribution is announced, and then it'll pay out probably a couple of days after that. So that's good to know. Group B looking good here with PLTY. And then you can see the distribution table down below. We'll kind of skip through that. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Group B. Group B is looking pretty good. Yeah, not much else I want to show you in here. If you are curious, if you want to take some time to read through, it's a massive document here. Definitely don't hesitate to do that. I think that would be a really great thing for you. So I want to take a look at it as well. So I'm going to move my face up here. I'm going to try and block my account information. Good luck to me. Let's hope it works. And actually, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger here. If not, I will blur it out. But we're going to take a look at the next thing here. Woohoo! I did it. So there's PLTY today. Looking pretty good here. It started off at $50.58. So, like all new funds, it's going to be starting at $50 or above. And so there it is right now, $50.95. So it's just where Yieldmax is starting their funds now. They used to start them at $20, but now they're starting at 50. This allows them some room for that NAV depreciation, and it allows them to trade those options. We all know, if you've been here for a while, a lot of people are concerned about NAV depreciation. So if the NAV dips too low, or if the price of the ETF dips too low, they may have to do a reverse split. So this $50 starting point gives them a long ramp to prevent that from happening. Yeah, so there you go, 50.95. I took a look at some of the news here. There's nothing on PLTY because it's so brand new. No news at all. But I did want to take a look at PLTR, which is Palantir. So Palantir today is getting very close to all-time highs in share price. So let's go to the max here. And it started in 2020, September 9th here, and it was a $9.50 stock, but it did have its ups and downs throughout that time. And then in the last 6 months here, it's had some incredible growth, over 75% growth, Palantir, which is, really good. Last 3 months, 48% growth. Last month here, 24% growth. So definitely improving. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I think they just got included in the S&P 500 is something that I heard, a week or two ago. that's a big deal, right? I remember when Tesla got included in the S&P 500. I was sitting in line at Costco watching my Tesla stock shoot up $50 in the aftermarket. I was like, "Whoa, what's happening right now?" So Palantir getting into the S&P 500 is a big deal, for sure, right? The top 500 traded companies. So Palantir in there as well, which is pretty awesome. So would is it best to buy a company when they're at all-time highs? Probably not super recommended, but if you believe in the company, you think they're going to be around for a long time, you think they're going to go up to 100, 200, $300 share, then yeah, could be a good idea for sure. Again, not trading advice. Um, just last week I was talking to a friend of mine. I'm sure you guys may have this as well, but I have a buddy that we chit chat about stocks all day. I said, you know what could be a good one is Palantir, and that was last week before that announcement, or maybe it was a week before. But who I didn't have the funds to buy it. It's not really in my focus to buy individual companies at the moment. My focus is buying yielding dividend payers, high yielding dividend paying ETFs. So not really in the where I'm focusing my attention to. But I wanted to go over a couple things with you. Take a look at the Palantir Smart Score here. This is provided by Questrade, my trading platform. If you're from Canada and you're looking for a company to a trading platform, Questrade is pretty incredible. Low fees, $4.95 to buy and sell stocks. Free to buy ETFs. $4.95 to sell your ETFs. Somebody asked me in my comments last night, what about the conversion? So the money stays in US if you're from Canada. The money stays in US if you bought a US stock and you sold it. It stays in US until you buy something else. So there's no real conversion fee. It is pennies on the dollars if you went to go take the money out of your account. It's actually not noticeable. That's how cheap it is. So Questrade, good trading platform for sure. So it looks here like the smart score to buy Palantir is a 4. So that's not good, right? So that's going to be under 50%, that's for sure. Blogger opinions, bullish. News sentiment, very bullish. Technicals, positive. Fundamentals, return on equity, trailing 12-month, 11.55%. Now, that was probably before this all-time high right here. And then let's just go through what the bulls say, and we'll go through what the bears say here. Palantir could experience a NVIDIA moment in the next few quarters. I'm sold. I'm sold. That's a big thing to say. Palantir continues to execute well, but the upside for Palantir stock is significantly diminished given the high valuation. Okay, so that's more realistic. Again, all-time highs, right? Palantir AI-driven platform, strong government contracts, and expanding commercial client base positions it for what's it say here? For growth with cutting-edge solutions in data management across multiple. I mean, that's an impressive statement there. They have government contracts, defense contracts. They also have commercial contracts here. Um, a little bit about Palantir. I think it's wise to go over that a little bit with you. So Palantir, founded in 2003, initially developed software for U.S. government counterterrorism efforts, addressing urgent needs during the Iraq and Afghanistan wars. The Gotham platform revolutionized intelligence operations and is now used by Ukraine and Israel for real-time battlefield data analysis and AI-driven warfare. With the state of the world over there happening right now, that's probably more important than ever. Palantir's Foundry platform extends their expertise to commercial sectors, enabling data integration, security, and analysis across many industries. Palantir's strategic partnerships and advanced AI technology highlights its critical role in modern conflict and commercial data solutions, positioning it as a pivotal player in both sectors. And we initiated buy rating with a target price of 41.13, reflecting a 10% upside. So I never trust whenever they have that price. Like, have we ever seen that happen where they're like, "Oh, that's going to be the number"? I never trust that number, but I mean, that's pretty relevant right there compared to what's happening in the world right now. Last one here, despite traditional valuation methods suggesting Palantir is overrated, its strong fundamentals and industry tailwinds justify a premium. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Like, if they are an AI company and they are dealing with real life stuff that's happening right now, that's most likely why they're at all-time highs right now. Let's go over what the bears say though. Palantir Technologies expand margins, revenues, and cash flows. However, shareholders earn less. So yeah, they're still a growth company, right? So it's not like they're racking in major profit here. They're still expanding that growth, which means they're still spending a lot of money to create a upswing of a company. There's a noticeable mismatch between today's EPS expectations and the stock's valuation. Kind of the same thing here, right? Despite the positives, existing investors have set too optimistic expectations for the company's future growth. Yeah. I mean, if you guys go on X and type in Palantir, everybody is just Palantir, Palantir, Palantir. So it's good to look at these things with a glass half full. Do you dive all the way in, or do you just maybe kind of buy a few shares if that's something that you are interested in? Palantir is showing a strong commercial momentum. However, the stock reflects extreme overvaluation, making it for this particular person impossible to argue for an investment based on currents. Okay. All right. So are they saying they want to buy? There are numerous red flags indicating that the market's optimism around Palantir stock has reached its absolute peak. We'll find out if that's true or not. But whenever you have the world at, a 4 here, 50-50, what does that create? Creates fluctuation in price, which creates bigger swings in options. And that's where that volatility comes in to make you money with your options trading. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to show you a chart here that I've taken a screenshot from. Now, these numbers are changing by the second, so don't quote the numbers at all, but I've taken this, just a snippet from my trading platform, Questrade, clicked on options. I went to Palantir just to give you an example of what they do. So Yieldmax will come in here and say, Palantir, you are trading at $40. We will write a call for $42 as an example. Just an example, right? Throwing random numbers out here, but just numbers that are on the screen. And we're going to have that closed by next Friday as an example. So if they were to do that, let's just say they only had enough money for one call. We know they have more because we've seen that already, but we'll keep it at one call. And so right now, they would go ahead and write that synthetic option for December 24th. And so if it was me, I would have to go buy 100 shares of Palantir, right? With my particular trading account, it's a tax-free savings account. So I'd have to buy 100 shares of Palantir. It would have cost me $4,060 to do that. And let's say I wanted to write a covered call for next Friday. So that would be Friday the 18th of October. All right. So that's what the chart we're looking at right here. And let's say I wanted to sell that call at $42. All right. So what I'm saying is that if this share price gets to $42, I will sell you my shares, my 100 shares, but I get $73 in premium just for putting those up for, I like to call it auction. I don't know if that's the right term or not, but putting those shares up for auction, I get $73 automatically in premium. Now, I also, because I bought it at $40.60 per share, I'm selling at 42. I also get that capital there as well, which is nice. A buck 40 for me times 100, so that's $140 plus 73. So I'm looking at about $213 in 7 trading days. If it got above 42, then I would be selling it at 42, right? And that's kind of what Yieldmax does as well. If it gets above, I shouldn't say it that way. If it gets above 42, then what Yieldmax does is they have to pay to close that option, right? They gotta close that option, but they have to pay money to do it. For me, just Joe Schmo, I would say see you later. I'll collect my $213, I think I said, which is about 4 to 5% in just 7 days, which I would be happy with. Now, if Palantir didn't go above 42, then I would just let it go, right? And so for me, with this trading account on the Monday after, I would have all of that money back in my account. Life is good. I didn't have to close that option because it's a covered call for me. And then I could just rinse and repeat, do it again and again and again. And some people will go right up to the price. So $41, you get some more lucrative premium here. 41.50, not as lucrative in 42. And some people, this is only showing 8 positions, but you can go more positions or more dollar value. You can go to 43, 44, 45. You get the trend, and choose options, right? If you don't want to be so risky, if you want to hold Palantir for a very long time and collect the smaller premium. So what we've noticed is Yieldmax tends to go 5% out, and these companies like Nvidia and Misty skyrocket throughout that time. And what Yieldmax has to do is close those options, but they have to pay money to do it. So if it's me and I'm trading Palantir as a personal story here, I love Palantir. I think it's a great company, but they're at all-time highs right now. Is it the best time to buy? Probably not. But if I did buy, maybe set that option at $43, get maybe 60 cents per share. So one call equals 100, so $63 instead of 72. And then I have more upside there, right? So from 40 to 43, I make $3, 240 times 100, $240. That's just something that maybe I would do. So this is just a screenshot of Palantir as of just before lunch here and their options. So they are looking very lucrative, that's for sure. I think that's pretty lucrative, and that's probably why Yieldmax wanted to choose Palantir as one of their options for sure. So I just wanted to take a look again at Palantir here, $40.70 as of the recording time right now. But let me know if you liked this content, if you would like to see more PLTY content coming from me. Let me know, give me some feedback, hit the like button, do all of those things. Now, I'm not too sure how popular this video will be because it's such a brand new fund. But if you're here and this is something that you want to trade in, hit that like button. Let me know that you appreciate the content. That way we can get this out to more people who might be interested in Yieldmax's PLTY so that they can get some more information on it. My goal here is just to kind of provide you a snapshot of what's happening. For you, if I were in your shoes and you're looking to invest in this, I would go do a ton more research than what I just showed you. Make sure it's the right thing for you. Take a look at the calls that Yieldmax has created. Make sure that you're comfortable with those, because I would hate to see you lose money because of some YouTuber out there and blame it on that person, right? So blame it on yourself. I know that I followed a YouTuber one time, a long time ago, and I've been bitter ever since. So don't do that. Do your own research, all right? But guys, I'm really happy to be here today. I'm very excited about the future of Yieldmax. I'm really happy that this is going to be in Group B. It could be on the radar. We'll see. But yeah, next distribution coming out next month, November, in Group B, the same group that Nvidia's in. So let me know if you're excited about it. And if you are interested in more of my videos, I'm going to link a couple more up here this way. So click on those. And yeah, I hope you have a great day. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Bye for now. Hello, YouTube. How are you? My name is Mike. Thanks for joining me today. And also thank you to the near... Hello, YouTube. How are you? My name is Mike. Thanks for joining me today on another episode of Yieldmax. So today is an exciting day over at the Yieldmax crew. This is going to